The Flagler County Sheriff's Office was attempting to stop a suspect possibly wanted for sexual battery cases.
We're learning more about a high-speed chase that started in Flagler County, ended in St. Johns County, and left a Palm Coast man dead.
It all started Thursday with a call to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office by a woman who said her boyfriend, 36-year-old Miguel Moreno, had a voyeuristic video of her 10-year-old daughter on his phone. She told investigators that when she confronted Moreno, he threatened to kill himself and fled.
They extended a call to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office to assist with that pursuit. The pursuit entered into St. Johns County, where the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office took over, and of course they requested our assistance with a traffic crash that subsequently occurred.
Sergeant Dylan Bryan with the Florida Highway Patrol says Flagler County deputies pursued Moreno north on I-95 into St. Johns County. That pursuit came to an end at the intersection of US 1 and Shores Boulevard after deputies deployed spike strips.
What had happened was, as the vehicle was fleeing law enforcement, it struck a Ford pickup truck and caused the suspect vehicle to overturn. And then the driver of that, the sole occupant of that vehicle, was ejected onto the roadway and was later pronounced deceased on scene.
Had he survived, Moreno would have been facing felony charges involving voyeurism of a minor. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, May 28th. A teen is arrested for burglary and grand theft at a Bunnell gun shop.
Recently, Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies made an arrest for armed burglary and grand theft over $20,000 at a Bunnell gun store after a 2-month-long investigation. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
2 months ago, Pioneer Guns was burglarized in the early morning hours. Deputies and CSI responded in investigating, finding DNA evidence left behind and 37 guns and 2 rifles missing. Deputies quickly developed a suspect based on a real-time crime center technology.
Surveillance camera footage showed the suspect and accomplices entering the closed business by breaking a glass door and slithering through the security bars. After forcing open a display case, the suspect, a 16-year-old from Palm Coast, stole multiple handguns and 2 long guns.
Now, we know that he had accomplices, and if you have any information, you should call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-277-TIPS, because we don't want to rest on this investigation until all suspects are arrested.
And there is some additional telling evidence.
We have DNA evidence that's already tied one to the crime. We're still working on the DNA evidence and fingerprints to get the others.
For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
That meeting is planned so that we can report back to the public the conversations we've been having with focus groups and stakeholders about Bing's Landing.
Flagler County officials are inviting public input regarding the creation of a Bing's Landing master plan at a meeting to be held today. Mike Lagasse is the Assistant Director of General Services for Flagler County.
So we're putting in the master plan so that we can kind of a map for the next 5 to 10 years on things that are happening, things that will be happening at the park, management, goals, and objectives. And what we're hoping to do is report back to the public the information that we've received from these kind of focused small groups, and then also take input from the public about those themes, about those ideas that have come up. And also, we hope to release an online public survey where folks that can't make it to the meeting will be able to give their input through like a web application on our website.
The meeting takes place tonight at 6 at the Hammock Community Center. Road to Success means that students not in a traditional high school get to walk across the stage.
Who's excited about graduation?
Me.
Me too.
Everybody.
Those are Amber Bouvier, Nathan Marthy, and Christian Martin. They'll all be graduating next week. Dr. Rainey Herron is the youth advocate for the Road to Success. She said on a recent episode of Flagler Health Matters that the success is also in the program itself.
We have, as of today, 374 graduates from our program.
Dr. Herron said the now 12-year-old program was only expected to have 40 graduates in total by now. Flagler Health Matters is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 11:30 and on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, you'll find out how big the program is that graduates hundreds since its inception. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
FPC ended the school year with a college signing day. 12 Bulldogs will compete at the next level. Cheerleaders Sydney Vinnick to FAU and Alicia Ray to Austin Peay. Lacrosse players Brandon Caladonio to Wingate and Gwen Vargas to St. Thomas. Wrestlers Ethan LaPepa and Torian Stallings will grapple at Northeast Oklahoma A&M. Their teammate Kelton Howard at Neosho Community College. Volleyball's Lily Paridis will join girls soccer's Sam Jennings at Coker. As for Sam's teammates, Caitlin Holly will be at Weber International, and Savannah O'Grady heads to Eastern Florida State. Hayden Herndon will run cross country at Daytona State. Thursday, the Bulldogs held their spring game, winning 38-7 against Pine Ridge. Friday, we heard from Roman Caliendo, who had 105 receiving yards and a score, and also Marcus Mitchell, who had 70 yards rushing and a touchdown. Today, head coach Daniel Fish weighs in. First on his stars.
I think Roman Caliendo had an awesome game. Marcus and Kronk always do what they do, so you kind of expect that from them.
Kronk had 3 sacks. Fish on who stood out on offense.
I thought Cole Walker did some good things as well. I thought Mikhail Isaac and Braylon Simmons at the receiver position did well. I thought the offense line looked good.
And his defense.
Thought the whole D-line, Stacey Mitchell, was back there disrupting some things. There was a young kid, Reagan Milan, who made a lot of plays in the back.
Coach Fish replaced Robert Paxia just weeks before spring practice in 2023. When asked about his team's progress this year compared to last,
it's much further along than any point last year in spring, summer, or fall. I think these guys were really upset with the result of last year, and we felt like we could have done much better, and we're excited to bounce back and show everybody that we're a great program. We're one of the best programs in the area. We believe we can be one of the best in the state.
FPC begins 2024 at Lake Howell in Week 2. The WNZF Sports Network will have Football County covered all season, beginning with Matanzas hosting Bishop Kenny August 23rd, right here on the airwaves and streaming on the WNZF Facebook page, plus the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. The News Journal revealed their all-area track teams last week. 3 FPC boys were on the first team: Tanner Cawley-Bennett, Cameron Davis, and state shot put champion Colby Kronk. Bulldogs Olivia Gaines and Maya Tyson joined them representing the girls team. 2 Pirate girls made the first team: Jordan Youngman and 800 medalist Sierra Howard. In Game 3 of the NHL Eastern Conference Finals Sunday, the Florida Panthers rallied from down 2 in the third period to force overtime against the New York Rangers.
Gustafson with a heave on and scores! The Rangers score in overtime, and they take a 2-1 series lead with a 5-4 win.
My hero Don LaGreca, ESPN New York, on the call. Alex Wenberg deflects it in, and the Rangers take a 2-1 series lead. Game 4 tonight in Sunrise at 8. This is your home for local sports, with updates Tuesday and Friday this week. Back to Monday and Friday next week. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.